Welcome back to Dark Skies. This is actually the first pickup game in a new series that will be taking place in 2078. Um, so this will be happening during the first month of 2078, January. In the last pickup series we had 10 games that we ran that took place in the month of December and ultimately ended with a lot of different things happening. I believe there's a link to the wiki page down below. The timeline should give you an idea of what kind of happened there. It's not completely filled out. I'm working on it. Just one guy. But ultimately, what happened is a lot of people ended up going on a job for a fixer named Hungry that involved them going to a Militech black site and people dying and some people surviving. This pickup series is going to revolve around Hungry, who is featured in the Sunday game, Run the Block, as kind of a more main or focused character, for sure. During the course of his adventure, or rather his story, his narrative there, he'll be given some jobs that he doesn't want to do. And how we are going to kind of mitigate that and them not kind of pursuing everything or missing out on some of those jobs is the material has been written and done by me. I prepared for it so I don't lose it. And so it's still relevant for the narrative. Either Hungry or some other job giver will be trying to reach out to the group of edge runners that we have in our stable and coordinating a crew to go and do the damn thing. So, this being the first bit here, some characters are carryover from 2078. We'll go ahead and start with them. We'll start with Cryptid. So, Lark, if you would kindly just introduce yourself briefly and tell us about your character.
Hi, I'm Lark. I've been playing games on here for a little bit. That's enough about me particularly. Cryptid is our friendly neighborhood domestic terrorist. She is a media, and her whole job as a media is to go out there and do things that are risky to get information that corporations do not want you to have access to, and throw it all on the internet so that the public is aware of all the bullshit going on in the government and in our corporate entities. She is a survivor that, like from what John just mentioned, from the Project Rhea incident. She is one of two survivors of her group. I believe there's just two of us, just me and Riff. And she's currently suffering a bit from that. After the events of Project Rhea, she went underground. Nobody heard from her for a long time, and she's now re-emerging a cicada, for the season.
Okay, so attire wise, she hasn't changed much from the look from before. Still has the cryptid cover mask. I have redrawn her character, and we'll be working to redraw others as well. And as you can see, she's changed her band shirt. She now has a band shirt of a band she knows, Impure Cobra, and that is
She still
because
doesn't know their songs. She just knows them.
glittering overture is a banger. But yeah, this is her new look. Unfortunately, I haven't gotten enough time to draw everyone's character afresh. We'll go ahead and move on to Kristen. Just a quick, brief introduction of yourself and, of course, of your character.
Oh, I'm Kristen. This is my second drop-in game. I'm playing Bunny Doll, who's a med tech. Basically lost their family and most of their friends, and what they're here to do is focus on medicine and like healing people. And yeah, that's pretty much what they do.
And I think that in your resume was probably why Hungry reached out to you, that desire to help people. Regina Jones, who people may know from Cyberpunk 2077 video game, is a fixer who is trying to help cyber psychos not get absolutely murdered and destroyed by MaxTac the SWAT team that comes in and murders people who have cyberpsychosis, but instead is trying to alleviate them of their medical condition and allow them to, reacclimate back into Night City. Um, this is definitely going to be the first job for Bunny Doll on Regina case. But it probably won't be the last. And then from Ye Olden Times 2, we have Morrigan, played by Corey. Corey, again, brief introduction for yourself and tell us about Morrigan.
I'm Corey. Been here for a little bit, not too long. I don't know, but started playing in this group with the 2077 version. And yeah, Morrigan, little badass sniper with a even more badass bike. Yeah.
So, on that, Morrigan is a member of the Anderson's Nomad Pack. The Anderson's Nomad Pack in our Dark Skies framework was made famous by one specific nomad named Mooney. Mooney was kind of leader for the pack and brother to the leader, the actual leader. Mooney was one of the individuals that was among the number that entered into Rhea and didn't make it out. The Andersons family have been having issues since that time. I want to make sure you're aware of the climate of your family and what's going on between then and now. They still lead or rule Boxville, but the scabs have been allowed to get back in and gain more power in that space. And because of the sensitivity of what they're sitting on, the corporation that has been called in to help the Nomad Pack has basically said, no fighting, and we are not going to fight either. Kang Tao is focused on the site. They are not focused on the drama that's happening between the, effectively to them, peasants above them. So the Andersons are kind of in a precarious situation that kind of requires they send more people out to get more cash now. They need somewhere to go, and they need as much dollary dues as they can get to be able to get out of the situation they're in. That said, you mentioned a cool bike. I do want to make sure that folks at home understand how cool a bike. The
coolest.
The coolest bike, the Yaiba Kusanagi CT3X, which we should know from the video game. But sadly, you're not the only person with a Yaiba Kusanagi in this group. So, Magpie, please introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about your character. And I want to note that the remaining characters on the docket here are all characters that were created specifically for 78. So they were not featured in the Dark Skies before. But yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So I'm Magpie, Kate, whatever. Been around for a while. um, and lost a character in the fiasco. This is my new gal. Her name is Vix. She is also a nomad. Very much on the fashion scene. Likes her her wardrobe to be up to date. Um, Also has a really cool motorcycle and is more for in your face guns, like literally in your face. Um, and has also what is it called? A monowire.
Yep.
Basically, was a laser whip.
Yep. It is a
Um,
physical thing. I want to make sure it's clear. It is a physical thing that has micro mono edges that make it able to like lacerate, like if you sweep it across something, pretty much anything.
yeah. So that's Vic. Um, Most people call her Vix. Her full name is Victoria Fair, but yeah,
Okay.
not on the streets.
She is a nomad, but she is a part of the Mox, which is a gang in Night City that frequents primarily a bar known as Lizzie's on the north side in Watson, kind of northish or part of Kabuki. The Mox have been at war for quite a while with a gang known as the Tiger Claws, due to an initiating factor that caused them to become a gang in the first place. And I mentioned the cool bike um, as like a lead in because your cool bike is a Yaiba Kusanagi. However, it is not a standard CT3X. Instead, it is a modified version known as a Mizuchi, which are typically only used by the Tiger Claws. Vix got hers by murdering a tiger claw and taking it from them. Um,
Hell yeah.
and then
As you
painting
do.
it
I'm just keep
Yeah.
it.
absolutely noxious pink and blues. So, moving on.
Or
Now,
prize.
for Kimmy, I just want to make sure everyone is aware before I throw her on the spot. She agreed to play like an hour ago, if that, maybe 2 hours at most. And the character was already built. I had been fooling around with it. So she is very much taking over this character. It is hers. You don't have to ask me any questions on anything regarding the character. She's yours. We'll fill in the blanks at a later time. You can totally make stuff up. Just want to make sure you understand your freedoms here. And we'll go ahead and ask for Kimmy to tell us about herself and about Gem.
My name's Kimmy. This is my second Cyberpunk game. John's always trying to get me to play. My character is Jem. She's part of the Moxes as well. But she's more like the bard of the group and probably is always playing around with music and whatnot. And if it's okay with you, Magpie, if like on the way you kind of pick her up
Yes.
on your cool bike, because you
Yeah.
know we kind of maybe have like a small surface level knowing of each other.
Well,
Hell yeah.
sorry, there is one thing in her, both of yours that kind of got slotted in. Cash wise, you didn't do well in kind of like the startup due to cybernetics and the like. You actually live with each other. And Amelia, the lady I told you about in your backstories, maybe not yours specifically, Jem, but Amelia is basically the contact for the Mox to Fixers. She hangs out with people like Rogue and the Afterlife. Hungry, obviously, is a new connect, and the like. But you also live with two other people besides. So it's like 5 girls in a house, or in an apartment, rather, in Watson. And
That sounds like a nightmare.
it's probably the case that you live in the same building as Riff from Impure Cobra and don't even know it. Like it's one of those kind of like Conapt or like apartment buildings where it's just like everything's kind of slotted in. It's not one of the mega buildings, but it's like literally just a stack of residences. So she will drive you wherever you want to go, right, Magpie?
Absolutely.
Because I do her hair.
Yeah.
The other thing I want to note, and this is more of a punishment for you accepting the play than anything else, but your rank in charismatic impact is a 6. I built her using the same methodologies as everyone else, but I spent my points on just that. So I want to make sure you understand. Rank 4, you're kind of famous, street level, yeah, whatever. Rank 5, you're kind of like getting there, like Riff, you're like getting big, right? People know your name on the streets. Rank 6, you're able to like go to like some of the more famous clubs and bars and basically say, I want to play, pay me, and they will. You have a name on the street. So Gem is basically the new up-and-comer from the Mox, and the last one of those would have been Lizzie Wizzy, who's not actually really connected too much with them, but has kind of the similar vibe that is also kind of banking on that, like street name and the like. And so you're kind of like the real deal from the Mox, and they're putting you up. So
She's the gem of Night City.
is a Gem of Night City.
Oh.
Oh, I get it. Anything anything else you want to tell us about Gem?
No.
Okay. I think that gives us everybody. So you each individually get a phone call from Hungry.
Does it, John?
What?
Does
Oh!
Wow!
John!
Wow!
It's fine. It's fine.
Jonathan!
It's fine. It's fine. I did not do it intentionally. I just wanted to drink a soda before I started talking really fast. But now I get to drink a soda
Kidding.
while she does. Elizabeth, a real one who puts up with my shit all the time. Please tell us a little bit about yourself and your character. Thank you.
I'm here to bully John, because he bullies me on accident. But I'm playing Rim, and she is a media. She primarily records brain dances, of various kinds, and she is kind of an adrenaline junkie. She works out like all the fucking time so that she can get her heart rate up real high for the brain dances. So yeah.
Absolutely. And she doesn't do, so there are BDs and then there are XBDs. BDs can be a lot of different things to people. But more often than not, the kind of actual larger market for the place that's not underground or criminal is BDs that are basically someone experiencing things. There is a market for XBDs, which will have people experiencing things that are illegal or things, the experiences themselves are illegal. And I just want to make sure we are clear. Rem does not do the illegal shit in a sense.
Yeah. Leave that to Cryptid.
Self-defense is not technically illegal, so that's fine. But she's not she's not doing other stuff. Some people do drugs during it. Some people will engage in
terrorism
while doing it.
I mean, there's maybe a little of that, but it's not like
a little
the
bit of
purpose
terrorism
it.
as a treat.
Yeah, as a treat.
Yeah.
And of the characters listed here, one of them who was created new was already mentioned in Run the Block. See, I didn't forget about you. I just mentioned you on Sunday, and that's why I messed up. Good save, John. I'm really good at this.
Pat yourself
You're
on the
doing
back
great.
there, bub.
I'm gonna do it. I don't have a back right now, but we'll get around to it. You each get a phone call from Hungry Fixer, and he kind of leads in with a, so I hear you I'm not as good at this as Joe is. I'm trying though. If you were looking for some work, and then he would talk normal for now because I can't do it. I just can't do it. He's better
Joe
than
does
me.
have like a deep gravelly voice.
He did have one time where it messed with him and he couldn't keep it up, but
Yeah.
I don't think I can keep it up for a couple minutes, let alone a whole session. But he will say the gig is that you are looking to find an individual who has been considerably labeled by professionals a cyber psycho. This individual was responsible for, and again, I said there was no lead-in, but I lied to you. There was a lead-in. I released a scream sheet earlier this week, or maybe it was last week. I can't remember which. And it had some information on it. Namely, it had information regarding a cyber psycho alert. An altercation between two NCPD patrolmen and a lone gunman broke out. The gunman was never identified, but was classified as a cyber psycho, identified as Martin Talia. That individual is who we are currently seeking out. Now, there is a hypothesis amongst some that this individual is related or in some way effectuated with the Odette cultists. The Odette cultists are going to be something that very few of you know about, but I'm going to mention it broadly here so the audience, the viewing audience, has an idea. Maelstrom is a gang that has kind of a lot of individuals who are very much riding the line between human and not quite human anymore. They are bordering with cyberpsychosis all the goddamn time. In fact, some of them, if diagnosed properly, might even be considered cyberpsycho already. They just seem to be high functioning, or at least functioning. There is a series of different beliefs or practices that are kind of considered by the Maelstrom to be important to them, due in part to the stupidity, or rather the aloofness of their netrunners. It depends on how you want to engage with it. They kind of try and tamper with the Blackwall more than anyone should, and they also do get some problems with Netwatch, and are not very good at defending themselves like you see in the video game with the Voodoo Boys. These connections have formed a sense of a religion with them, and they believe that they can bring about these beings to try and create a new age of metal. And these cultists in my game have taken to calling themselves Odette cultists. Odette was a cyber psycho from the time of the Red, who they appear to have focused in on as someone that they are interested in copying. The main thing that Odette cultists have that Maelstrom gangers that are normal don't have is they are very keen on adding additional limbs to themselves. As many as a total of 8 limbs on their personage. Okay? So the last place that this individual, Martin Talia, was cited, based on Hungry's information, was a small diner located on the overpass, the Hanford overpass, technically connected with the Lakeshore East Drive, which would be located here. I'll ping it so you're focused to look on it. And just so we don't lose it for the game, I'm going to add a nice little red ring around it so you can see it from most anywhere.
Also, John.
Yeah.
Magpie can't access Vix.
Okay. That is very strange that it keeps doing that.
I wasn't in the game until
No, I know.
like,
I put it as all players, and it should have been accessible by you. But then when you joined, I guess when a new player joins,
I'm
it's
not
like,
a player.
You are now. I guess when a new player joins, it resets the conditions for all players on that for some reason. I don't know for sure why that happened, but
weird.
that is not showing to you, so I will make it do so. There. So now it's a little bit brighter and easier to see. Okay. So with that being said, I'm going to cue up some music. You folks will meet at that location. And upon arriving there, it is a very just kind of boring looking little diner that it has, like, booth seating, checkered floor. There's a guy behind the counter. There's people in here who look like they're kind of in between eating and getting ready to either catch the bus or the metro, or something to that effect. It doesn't look like they're here for like a super long time or care, except for like a handful of individuals kind of towards the back or at the bar. But with that said, you all arrive on scene and you can fight amongst yourselves who is the boss, and also getting to know you, getting to find all about you.
Okay.
I don't know how social things work. Shut up.
I don't know.
I knew
Cryptid doesn't give a shit. Cryptid is going to order a cheeseburger as soon as she sits down and wait for the others to figure out their shit. That is what we're doing.
Cheeseburgers are good.
Well, you're working for Hungry, so
Yeah.
Exactly.
it all
We
makes
all
sense.
enjoy a good burger.
I have a Hungry's cheeseburger in my pocket already, but I want like a
There's
table
no
cheeseburger.
shot that burger has made it this long. There's just no shot.
No, I bought it. I bought it
Okay.
today. It's not. It hasn't been
It's
in there the
not
whole
the
time.
same one. It's her
I just-
commemorative cheeseburger.
It
It
of
was
when
the one
capped
that you
it
like
present.
lured Elmano around with. It's like,
Yeah, exactly.
You're like, please
No,
come
but
back.
it's my it's my pocket cheeseburger, John. It's part of the
There's no
fucking
shot.
loadout.
It's her.
I bought it
emotional
from one of the
support
trucks on my
burger.
way here. Like, it's my pocket cheeseburger. But I need a table cheeseburger for
oh
now.
no way. Is that happening right now?
What?
What's happening?
Oh
What's happening?
wow.
The cheeseburger? Yes.
No. I goofily didn't change the audio entry for my game. So when I was playing music, it was playing on my screen. And so I was like, why is it so quiet? And then I turned it up really loud. It's because it wasn't playing in my ears. It was playing on my wall. Sorry. So you purchase a cheeseburger. The guy kind of goes,
Yes, we
okay. And it'll be 5 eddies for you to purchase said cheeseburger. If you want it with fries
That's
and a Coke, it'll be 8 eddies.
Yeah, sure. We'll do the 8.
Okay.
I
How
have
much are
money.
pancakes?
Sorry?
How much are pancakes?
So you walk in. You would have gotten contact information for everyone else. And you probably would have gotten like a hollow image. So you would have been able to see the other people who are on the job. So you would recognize when you step in that the individual who's at the bar and had just ordered a cheeseburger as you walk in is a member of your crew.
Okay. She'll go in and plop down next to her then.
Okay. Likewise, Cryptid, you would have done the homework and you recognize this individual as well.
Yeah.
Pancakes are 10 eddies.
10?
Yeah, for a 3-stack.
Oh, are they like the 12 inchers?
No.
Fuck.
They're just basic, like 6-inch fucking pancake. Very small. This is Night City.
Big-
Things cost
Not
money.
ordering that shit.
Baby pancakes.
Ordering like
They're
2
like
pieces
2
of
inches.
toast.
I want to make sure that toast is probably going to be pretty expensive too. Yeah.
Really?
Bread items, with the exception of like,
Oh.
yeah, they're a little bit more pricey. In
Then like a plate of fries.
Yeah, that's fine. Potato starch. It's not hard. It's not actually
It's a
potato.
quote unquote
Well,
starch.
potato.
Yeah, it is starch.
It's actually just like cornstarch
Yeah.
shaped into fries.
It's
You and
it's
27
Biotechnica product.
Yeah, it's product 27836.
Potato product.
So you order your
Starch
fries,
product.
and you two are seated together.
How much are those?
Like an eddy for a basket of fries. But you're served your food as well. It's relatively quick. Most of it is kind of preheat and pull. Do either of you say anything to one another?
I said hey.
I'll nod.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
acknowledge your existence.
Anybody
enough.
else entering in?
Yeah.
I'm walking in, buying a boiga, sitting down and like, yep.
Okay. So there is a couple of open booths, one by the door, one kind of in the middle of the area, and there's still several open seats at the bar. Where would you like to sit, Morgan?
Maybe at the bar. Is there something like in a corner or something where I can face the?
No,
exit?
unfortunately, you can't pull the rogue maneuver. Yeah, the corner where it's darkest and easiest to hide is not currently available. It is
Anywhere.
occupied by a group of individuals who look like construction workers.
Look like being the keyword.
Yeah, anywhere I can just keep an eye on everything.
Okay, so you sit at the bar, but not close to the crew, as it were. Guy will have brought your food out by now. I know. I think I already said that already, but it happened again.
Oh, double
No,
order.
JK.
Hell yeah.
Um,
We'll take it.
who would arrive next?
The Moxie.
Okay, so you would pull up, and Vix's first notice, like the thing you notice first, would be there is a very beautiful looking motorcycle right outside that looks like, it's well taken care of, but you'd also like do a scan over it to be sure it's not like a tire claw outside of the Watson area. And you would realize it's not, and based on the amount of sand damage that's been done to the tires and the undercarriage, some asshole nomad is basically wrecking this bike, running it around, not taking care of it. It's like, the engine.
No, for real. She's just like, oh, really?
Hey now.
Okay, let's go.
You're an all-star.
I would like everyone who's currently in the bar to go ahead and roll me a d10.
Okay.
4.
Okay.
I masked it.
Okay.
3.
I have once again forgotten how to roll a die.
Over on the left, there's a dice symbol underneath the ruler.
Here it is. D10?
Mm-hmm. Okay. So that is perfect, because the Nomad probably wouldn't know. But Rem and Cryptid both recognize Gem as... What kind of music does Gem play?
Probably like that. Probably like some
Is
baby
that
pop.
it's that 90s? It's that 90s.
It's that 90s pop. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. So a pop star, but like a street pop star.
Yeah.
You would recognize her as such, and you would know her name is Gem. Also, you probably are doing that thing where you're like, there's no way he was able to hire Gem for this stupid little job, and now you're like, oh no shit, he totally...
Oh, when me and Vex get there,
Mhm.
I'm gonna like dance in, see the two girls at the bar eating their fries and their burger. I'm gonna walk over. I'm so sorry, Elizabeth. I'm gonna walk over to Rem,
Yeah.
see her basket of fries, take the ketchup and write Gem on them, and be like, have my name on it, and I'm gonna eat the fry. Thanks, love. And then just eat her fries.
She'll look up and just be like, holy shit.
And start
Like, not
start
even
recording.
mad.
Start recording.
Yeah. Like, did that just fucking happen? Oh my god.
I get the last 30 seconds. Start the recording.
Yeah. Can you do that again? No.
It won't be the
Yeah,
same.
Biggs would just kind of
I
like...
was supposed to get tickets to your show last week.
I sell out so fast. I can't help it.
I know, but I was supposed to record them.
Why didn't you just break in?
Magpie, I heard you. What's Vix doing? It's like the cooler friend.
She just bounces up behind and like reaches over and grabs a fry from the stolen fries.
The communal fries
And then-
now.
Yeah, the communal fries, the now communal fries, and looks around and like.
Cryptid's going to pull her food slightly farther away.
Yeah.
When I was young, my family would laugh at me because my friends would laugh at me because I'd always like curl over the food and eat. It's because I was poor as a child, and everyone was trying to steal my food at the dinner table. So
Yeah.
Yep.
similar.
I knew a guy who did that.
Yeah,
He'd
that's
also
fine.
inhale his food.
Got to do the hunch. But you grab up your stuff and move it away. Last but not least, Bunny Doll would enter in. What were you going to say, Magpie, before that happens?
Oh, I was just gonna try and like peg who belonged to the motorcycle, and then like look over at Morgan and be like,
Yeah, no, 100%. Holy shit! Yeah,
That's
you clock the nomad.
just like,
It you.
nice bike.
Nice bye. Bunny doll, you enter in public transportation, I presume. I don't think you have a vehicle, right?
No.
Okay. So yeah, the bus drops off right here, but so does the end cart. So in all honesty, you probably just headed south, got onto the end cart, and then ended up here in seconds. It really isn't that far when you think about it, because Bunny doll is located here. You see the people that you know. You would also, as the two with the fries and food are noticing that two of the members of your crew are gang members, members of the Mox, and they're really not hiding it. Like, as they kind of described, they came in, they walked in like they own the place, and they're just kind of also here. What would you like to do?
Well, I see people eating communal fries, so as long as we're doing that, just reach over and grab some.
like quietly, it's just like a just a
Much more innocent version of the same shit that's been going on.
So
Y'all
I'd say
are just
my-
eating a whole
Oh,
bunch
the fries are
fries.
welcome to Night
Bunny
City.
small,
bitch.
sees that there's kind of a scene happening and just like skirts around it and then into the fries.
So I would say by this time the fries are gone.
Yeah.
And
Then I guess it's burger.
let's go
No.
for the-
Absolutely the fuck not. I will bite you.
I fought military for this burger.
Barrel.
Is that a
Barrel.
So you would all recognize each other from the Hollow Pass.
Oh
and
no.
You would also have the opportunity now. It seems like there was in Hungary's call to you, kind of like a delivery mechanism for you to be able to kind of, once in proximity, quickly snatch the details of individuals. Does anybody try to stop anyone from getting your phone numbers in this group?
No one's fabulous. Why
Yep.
would they not want my number?
Absolutely. Fake number.
Well, yeah, of course you're plowing through your agent. You're not actually using your internal, your Hollow. And then your agent has a connect where it's routed, and it's something Carbon would have taught you. Totally chill. But everybody gets connected in one methodology or another. Cool. So, once you're connected and you're kind of getting together at the bar, it's at this point you need to come to terms with the task. And I just want to make sure it's clear so no one is misunderstanding. The last place that Martin Talia was seen was this diner. So it's up to you to figure out where he's gone from here.
Do we know who last saw or spoke to them?
So what you know is that you are in the location where he was last seen, and he was last seen going into this place by an informant of Hungary's. No information was given to you about that individual. Go ahead.
Sorry. Do the construction worker guys look like they've been posted up there for a while? Or...
They look like they've been kind of in the back there for a while. Yeah, I would say that's fair to say. Okay. It looks like they got a couple of baskets on the edge of the table waiting for the only person working here to come around and pick them up. And it looks like they're kind of like, being kind of boisterous and very kind of comfortable. You walk over to them?
Yeah.
Okay. They kind of look over at you and they go, "Ooh, hey." Sorry to be misogynistic. We're in Night City.
No, I was 1000% playing into that, actually.
Got it. Fair enough. I'll say, "Ooh, hey."
Over.
And they
Yeah,
go,
real.
"You coming over to invite us over to Lizzie's or what?" And then one of the guys is like, "Ha." And then the other guy is just kind of goofy looking. But quiet. Like the two are trying to play up confidence, and then there's definitely the one guy who's
just
is
like,
"What do I do, girl?"
Oh my god. What do I do?
What do I do, girl?
It's speaking to me.
Yeah, this female.
She got boobs. Oh no.
Oh, sorry. So they definitely play that up a bit. How would you like to
Okay.
respond?
I guess would just kind of lean into be like, oh, so what are you guys working on a construction gig around here?
Yeah. He says, as a matter of fact, we have been working on some construction, but unfortunately, no work today. So we're just waiting for the foreman to call once it's ready, and we'll head on over.
Oh, okay. So like, do you guys lift stuff or do you blow it up or like what kind of?
Well, a little bit of both, sweetheart. We do what we got to do. And then the other guy's like, the nervous guy goes, "You probably shouldn't tell her too much about it. It's corporate job." And the other guy says, "Shut the fuck up. She's not gonna go."
He said the magic word.
Oh, a corpo job, huh?
Yeah. It's a corpo gig. Kind of dealing with
Sounds
some
fancy.
stuff underground. Anyway, so why'd you walk over here? Can we help you with something? I mean, you want to
Yeah.
just hang out, or you asking a lot of questions?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm just
a
bored.
girl.
I'm just a girl.
If you want to play up the fact that you are effectively lying to them and trying to get them to just blather on, you can make a persuasion roll. If you have something that you want to specifically kind of lock in on, you can just role play that out. It's up to you how you want to do it. I don't want to force you into a weird conversation. If I can avoid
I'm
it.
super awkward and can't actually maintain this fucking conversation the way I want to, so we're gonna roll.
Right. Persuasion.
Oh my god.
It's under
16.
So what you'll glean off of the conversation is going to be 3 pieces of information. Piece of information number 1 is that, they were here when the individual that you kind of described to them over the course of the conversation, that individual was here. That individual in question left, went outside into the parking lot after having an argument with another individual. They say a woman who was wearing a black trench coat. That point, the awkward guy will say, and it looked like she was missing her hands or her arms or something. Like she had the coat, but I couldn't see. They were just kind of hanging off the side.
Oh, that's weird.
Then you would know from their conversation that they are doing construction work, on a tunnel system that appears to run underneath the Glen to Pacifica. And they haven't had their foreman call them back today, but have been working there since December. Last thing you would find out is that the quiet guy is actually a BD enthusiast, and he frequents Lizzie's quite a lot. Lizzie's is a bar, but it also specializes in BDs of a sexual nature, and also limited, but also ex-BDs, kind of undermarket shit.
Okay. So he looks goofy for a reason. Got it.
He is very much a person who you might have even seen around at Lizzie's.
Yeah.
He a gooner.
Okay.
He's a gooner for sure. For sure. I'm done. Well,
All
that,
right.
well, that conversation's happening in the back. Obviously, you're not expected the rest of you to sit there and be kind of awkward and at the bar. So
Just watch.
but you're more than welcome to if you want. If you would like to do something else and engage in investigation in another method, there are plenty of other things. There's, like I said, there are other people who look like they're kind of getting up and going and being refilled with other people. Not too many people in the other booths that are looking like they've been here for a long time. There is the employee. His name tag says his name is John. And he is a kind of middle-aged to older, gray hairs popping out all over, hair tied back, hairnet on. Looks like he's tired.
Are you just trying to describe yourself, John?
So look at me. Imagine
Look at
me
me
In a hairnet.
in a
imagine me in a
hairnet.
hairnet and a cute little cook's
Maid
outfit.
outfit.
Okay.
Maid
French
I said
maid,
French.
yes.
French
Yeah.
maid, yes. So there's him. And then if you were looking outside, like I said, there's the parking lot, there's the bus stop. Any other questions that you have regarding stuff like that need to come from you?
I don't know, man. Brain's dead. No, I'm gonna let somebody else take this one for a second.
Sure.
I'm still warming up my brain after work.
Rem will call John over to order another plate of fries, and
He's kind of like 3 feet away from you when he's kind of like goes over to the fryer. You see him drop the basket and kind of turn and look back at you.
hey, you seen anyone around with a couple extra limbs here recently?
Nah, I can't say that I have. No extra limbs. He kind of shakes his head. And you can tell, just, idle human perception, that he is being genuine.
Yeah. That's fair. We've just been looking out for a guy, trying to help him out.
Okay. Go ahead and make a conversation or persuasion roll. Your choice. And as he is preparing the fries and getting ready to put them out, and you're kind of leading into the next bit of conversation, do you want to make any moves? Like, is there anything that you personally can think of that you could do to help him talk more about stuff if he's not talking about it?
Level with him about work. Gosh.
Nothing?
Man, times is hard.
Or I don't know that he'd get paid extra for that. I don't know.
Talk to him about sewing.
Rem doesn't sew. I sew. I have no idea.
Okay. So then, like, you get the basket, you put your one Eddie down on the table, he takes it and says, okay, well, good luck. And we'll kind of go back to working. Looks like he's cleaning and making sure the place is, it's pretty decent. Like, it's not, like, scummy or gross or anything. It looks like he does put in the work here to keep the place pretty well clean. There is one other individual in the back, but it looks like he's the only person in the front. And it looks like they're mainly doing the cooking. So you'll notice on the items like the burger and the like I said, they're kind of preheated, they're kind of pre-cooked, being thrown up into the light box and kind of held there for a time. Okay. Next up, anybody?
Sorry, what exactly do we know about this guy? We know that he went missing. Who is he? Like, what does he do?
You do not have a visual on him unless you wish to try and find out more about how he looks through some method. Either library
Oh, yeah.
search, NCPD
Let's library
kind of.
search that shit.
Okay.
I got a roll for that one
So you
somewhere.
pull out your agent and go ahead and make a library search roll as you kind of try and do some
If I can
legwork to
remember
figure
where the
out who this
fuck
guy is.
Yeah, that is under education? Library search. Hey, who the fuck is this guy, John?
What'd you get? Okay, 25.
25.
25.
So
I got a perfect roll.
Mm-hmm.
Talia, during your library search, what you're going to be able to pull on is NCPD
Talia.
information, which is relatively common and easy to access for someone with, the know-how and the kind of understanding of like what they're looking for, the like. The individual named, has a number of NCPD listings, or rather crimes that they are guilty of. It looks like assault is the leading number of the leading one on the docket there, and I am really annoyed because I'm looking for their handout, and for the life of me, oh, there we go, found him. Sorry, too many handouts is the problem. So Talia is a middle-aged gonk, cyberware, and looks like assault is the main thing that he gets up to.
Have there been?
He does not have extra limbs. That was a misunderstanding. He is. It's unsure from from your listing of him why he's a cyber psycho. It looks like his profile doesn't really have much regarding his cyberware, other than he has 2 cyber arms.
Huh. Interesting. Jesus, I don't know what the fuck to ask right now.
Sure. Just to give you the scene again, and understanding of what we've learned so far, because we do have a decent lead, but not by any measure like a direct link. Diner. Construction workers in the back look like they've been here for a long time. Employee looks like he's been here all morning. The people are kind of coming in, coming out. It's a very kind of busy space. There's a parking lot outside. It was said by the construction workers that this guy left with a woman who apparently had no arms, so the opposite of a bunch of arms, in a leather jacket, and they went outside. Outside, there's, like I said, a parking lot, a bus stop, and that's basically it.
Real?
Is there anything we can see if we do a perception check, or
So if you go
like,
out
outside?
aside and look around, you would see that there is a camera on the diner that appears to be facing inwards towards the door, so it can see who's going in and who's going out. And there appears to be one that is just next to that, so it's kind of like a amalgam of cameras and sensors, and it's pointing out towards the parking lot. In the parking lot, there are a number of vehicles that look like they are parked and have been there for some time. There are 2 Thornton trucks, which are big, heavy-duty trucks, and it looks like they have a bunch of construction workers shit in the back. There is a kind of just beat-up old banger of a sedan that has kind of like a nasty brown paint where you can't tell whether it's the paint or there's a rust level there. There's kind of like a blur in the kind of like reddish rust color and the brown paint. That's presumably one of the diner workers' cars. And then there does appear to be a space near to the door that is vacant, and there are tire tracks, like someone burned out and like left quickly. The bus stop appears to be occupied, but Bunny Doll, you being who you are, kind of recognize that there's one individual there. You noticed it when you stopped in, but didn't think of it, but now you're looking at it and you're kind of like, okay. There appears to be a street pharmacist at the place who may have been there for some time and might be kind of selling to comers and goers as they kind of move through the very wonderful and immaculate public transportation of this apocalypse. At least they've got something going for them.
We love that for them.
Mhm.
Well, I want to talk to the street pharmacist.
Hey. So what are you looking for? You looking for some glitter? You looking for some lace?
Actually, I mean, I specialize in pharmacology as well, but I would definitely be interested in seeing what you have and its quality. But I actually have some questions for you about a friend of mine that was in here a couple of days ago. I don't know if maybe you sold to them or you heard them say something, but they've been actually kind of sketchy, and I want to see what's going on.
Real quick pause. I just want to make sure misconceptions are addressed before we move on with them. They were seen here earlier today.
Oh, earlier today? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
No worries. He would say, yeah, I've been here. I've been here since crack at dawn. And you're saying he looks like what? And you explain the guy. I'm assuming that once you the library search kind of dinged what the guy looks like, you send it to everybody who you got the phone numbers from. Is that fair, Cryptid?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's
so you
fair.
just hold up your phone and be like, this guy. And he goes, yeah, I saw that motherfucker. He was talking to some lady in all black, creepy looking lady. And then he got real mad and kind of stormed off to his car. And she looked like, I don't know if she was like some kind of psycho or something, but she was like staring at him. And then, he just drove off real fast, screeching his tires, and she ran after him. And was keeping good pace, too, which was wild to see. He would then explain to you the car, which it happens to be a... Let's see. What was it? Always got to check my notes. It was a piece of shit called a Villafort. Is that the Fort? Yeah, the Villafort Alvarado, which is kind of, it's a sedan, but they have four wheels up front, and then they have kind of like it just looks like crap. They are technically a luxury car, quote unquote, but yeah, they are kind of the one that is explained to you is not as nice as the one in the picture. Same color, but yeah, definitely looks like it's seen a lot more damage. And he's also able to give you the car's license plate number.
Yeah, we will run that on any database I have access to.
Okay. If you pass that along, Cryptid will pull. Your library search is sufficient enough that you're already kind of in the location. You would note that the guy does not have a car. It doesn't have one registered to him. And when you pull that information on that car, the car was stolen.
Uh-huh. Good.
Once we get the information on the car and stuff, I'll start trying to track the tracks.
Okay. So if you go outside and go ahead and make a tracking roll for me. Because you definitely have like a solid lead to start with, but from there you won't be able to kind of track the car as easily. But from this point, the screeching tires and the speed and haste that the car kind of pulled out and maneuvered, it went straight up Lakeshore East. So if you're looking at the map here, you can see that there is this road here that goes all the way through. That is Lakeshore East. And it goes all the way into Japantown. So that would be a good place to start looking. Does anybody have anybody else they want to talk to or ask questions about?
I'm just going to talk with the guy about what drugs he has and see about making a small purchase.
Yeah, sure. If you want to throw some eddies his way, he is selling black lace. The quality is pretty bog standard, though, nothing insane. And the glitter he's selling appears to be corporate made. So this is very strange because glitter is very illegal and typically made by either very resourceful or it is brought in from outside of the city. Corporations aren't supposed to bring it into Night City, and yet still do.
Yeah, I definitely want to ask him some more about that and probably buy some to check out later.
What you'll come to realize is he purchased the glitter from a fixer named Hungry, and the story was that this glitter is so good it was featured. Some of it was featured in the music video for "Glittering Overture" by Impure Cobra, and it's basically just a nod and a reference to a shit ton of glitter that Hungry got a hold of back in the last pickups.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was so fun.
So many drugs.
I killed a guy with another guy. All right. I'll be right back. The dog needs to do things.
Fair.
How
Okay.
dare they?
Does anybody have any questions they want to kind of yield from the parties at hand or what's available to you?
I want to go and try to figure out where this car is and go there.
Okay.
If that's where he was last seen in a car, that's what we're gonna go for.
Okay. And nobody else has anybody they want to talk to?
Or anything they
No
want
thoughts?
to do, eat.
Okay.
I recommend a burger before the trip. Could be your last.
Nah, I have fries.
Boyka.
Okay. So you head out. You have a number of different methods of travel. I want to make sure we are for sure certain who is on what and with what. Vix and Gem, obviously duo on Superbike. Morgan, you have Superbike. Cryptid, did you come in van or bike?
I came in bike.
Bike. So it sounds like Rem and Bunny
Biker
Dog,
gang.
who are not vehicle havers,
Public transportation.
need a ride to be able to track. So Morgan, you get one, and Cryptid, you get the other.
Whoever.
I'll
hops
take
on
Bunny.
first.
Sweet.
I'll take
Uh-huh.
Bunny. She's a recognizable face.
And then
She's
Rem,
probably not gonna try to throw me into traffic while we go.
Wow.
the
I would never do that.
double medium.
I said probably.
So do you take Rem?
Yeah.
Okay. You travel on. With your tracking roll, what you're able to determine is, again, that it goes up that route. When you get to the overpass, or not the overpass, sorry, the bridge that would pass over the canal and kind of head into Japantown proper and slash like the border of Japantown and Charter Hill, you see that there is a number of NCPD cars that is not one and it is not three, it's two. The number, sorry, I said the wrong words. My brain's dumb. There are two NCPD cruisers that are parked just inside of that road there, just off of Lakeshore. And it looks like they are at the foot, a couple of officers are at the foot of a staircase that goes up to a pedestrian walk.
Is there anyone on the pedestrian walk?
If you're kind of driving, you'd have to kind of like determinately kind of move and park to kind of get more of a view. Otherwise, you're either going to have to turn onto the street and go underneath that pedestrian walk and still not be able to see, or zip past and continue on. If you're moving to park, it'll be a little bit of a situation. You're in a city. So I just need to determine from the drivers of the vehicles, how do you want to do this?
I mean, if seems to be a hot spot on the route, well, I can pull over and have
Rim.
do things.
Okay.
Do what things?
Yep.
Good answer.
Okay.
So I'd get off the bike to see.
Check the scene.
Okay.
Yeah.
So upon entering into this space, the thing you'll notice too is that there are very tall buildings that are kind of like on either side of this small little, basically 2-lane road that goes east and west in Night City. The buildings are of a formation where once you get underneath the bridge or near the bridge to kind of go up the stairs, you would see too that there are kind of building connections above you that kind of block out the sun. You're in a space that is very familiar in Night City. It's like all neon lights and all bright lights, but even that, it's kind of during the late afternoon, right?
Yeah.
It looks as though the two cops at the stairs, as you kind of try to look up onto the bridge, which is again pretty high up, start running up the stairs after hearing some radio chatter, and you would hear gunshots as you're kind of getting off the bike and moving. I'm going to pause there while I get the other bikers' ideas as to what they're doing. In the meantime, if you're trying to park the bike, Corey, you're going to need to make a drive land vehicle. And then Cryptid and Vix, I need the two of you to tell me, are you parking or are you trying to just circle the area?
I think I would try to circle the area unless Vix doesn't want, unless Bunny Doll doesn't want me to. Bunny Doll's on my bike. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, no, I'm fine with that.
Okay.
Okay.
And then Vix,
What?
do you wish to park the bike and make a move for the pedestrian bridge, or do you wish to circle the area? One of the bikes has stopped, and Rem has gotten off of it. Looks like Morgan, with that roll, was able to park very easily on the side of the road and in between, like the street walk and the kind of building proper. So you would just need to decide, like, if you want to do likewise or try to do likewise, or if you want to circle the area. And this is on a hunch, by the way. We do not know if the party that we're looking for is here or not.
Right.
I'll circle the area so that we have one bike warmed up at least.
Well, we have one person. We have one of each.
Yeah.
We already have somebody circling. We already have somebody parking. So.
Oh, then I park.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure if your only reason for parking was because you thought no one else was. Okay, I'm driving around. I'm done. So, okay. Once you get out, Rem, you're kind of already moving kind of into an area where you can try and see up. And unfortunately, due to the structure, it is very hard for you to see from ground level what's going on up there. However, you do see like a bullet hole like blast out of the concrete of the structure, and some dust kind of fall down. A car swerves very quickly to kind of maneuver around that as it hits the ground, but it doesn't cause enough damage to the road to matter. And you would hear like more yelling and screaming, presumably from NCPD, based on what they're saying. It sounds like words and numbers.
Okay, so they're talking in
Calling
cop
codes.
speak.
Yeah, they're calling codes. I don't speak pig.
Same.
Funny thing is that I probably fucking do understand it.
I'm pulling out my translator. Hold on.
I love the props. Is there? Do I see a way that I could get closer?
So based on the location that you parked in, you
Mhm.
can go up the stairs, up onto it, up into the pedestrian catwalk, or you can try and remain down here. But optically, you're not going to be able to get anything from this position. The only way
Okay.
you're going to be able to find out, like, they kind of, it
Going up
almost
the
seems,
stairs.
yeah, it almost seems like they've bottlenecked themselves in, and presuming, like, the way that you turned in, you would have turned in, so you'll be entering in from the left side, because
Okay.
this map is kind of angled weird.
Okay.
Do you wish to go up?
Yeah.
Morrigan, do you wish to follow her up?
Yeah, if we get too far away from the bike, obviously we'll tell her
Okay.
to fuck off.
Vix and Jem, you would see the situation that we've outlined. And Vix would have parked the bike. Do you wish to follow them up or may remain back?
Magpie.
I mean, I would follow.
Okay.
And I'm gonna follow.
Yeah. And so I would assume that Vix and Jem would be secondary on this, moving up. And that Rem would lead. And
John, can I ask for clarification? Did you
Yes.
say the police were coming down from the catwalk?
no, up. They're going up.
No, they were up.
Oh, they're going up. Okay.
Yeah.
There was gunshots, and then there were two at the bottom at the steps. And then as Rem was kind of like getting out and watching, hearing the gunshots, a couple of events happened. Vix parked the vehicle. Cryptid kind of drove on, and looks like they're gonna possibly U-turn, come back around.
Yep.
And what that will mean is that you would basically have been getting out. Rem would have kind of been moving up, looking for an angle, just as those cops went up the stairs to go and whatever. And then more gunshots happened, more craziness, and then everything kind of went quiet. And it's going quiet just as you're going up the stairs. Okay. I am going to move the map. Sorry, I need. There we go. Move the map.
You better be sorry.
I'm a bit. Okay, so I know the token is different than the image we sent, but the image is of the guy you saw before in the image that was found by Cryptid. He has taken off
Yeah, that
his...
looks like our guy.
He took off his jacket. His arms are kind of like bulging. It looks like the chrome in them is kind of like causing redness around the locations where it's connected. And you can see that his arms have split in two at the forearm and are kind of jutted out. And in the center of the split, like, so this half of the hand is over here, and then this half of the hand is over here, and like down the middle, in the center, there's a mantis blade. So it almost looks as though like they can articulate both sides of their hand and the blade. And you come to realize that's the case because he appears to be in his other hand, which is also dissected in a similar way, broken apart. He is holding aloft a police officer with the mantis blade buried through his chest. You can tell that the last thing he kind of utters is, and it looks like his eyes are glowing blue as if he's on a phone call, a hollow call, and you can see that his communicator on his shoulder is also kind of hot and live. He says, Max Tech, Cyber Psycho, and then gets thrown off to the side. The guy kind of looks over at you. His hands kind of shut.
Hello.
Leave me alone. Get out of here.
Even if we're here to help.
So,
We've got a program for you.
real quick, give me a drive
13 and a half
roll.
steps.
Me?
Cryptid.
Yep. Where am I finding that? It is. Is it control?
Control, yeah.
Yep. Driving land vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
There we go.
So you will arrive in this combat in the third round. Or no, sorry, the fourth round. I will explain to you as for why. You are pulling around, and you will be coming up on the other side of this bridge. But because you had to pull up to a point where you could U-turn proper and get around to get to that point, you're a little delayed. Again, these are
That's fine.
3-second rounds, so
we'll be the surprise.
yeah. With that said, you say, even if we're wanting to help you, you see him kind of like reach down and grab the cop he just kind of like tossed around, grab him by his hair, lift him up, reach down and grab his sidearm off of his belt, draw it, toss the corpse, move to point it at you, Rem. And that's where we're going to pause and roll initiative.
Should we roll
Did
initiative
it.
as well, me and Bunny?
Yes.
Wow.
Okay.
Great roll.
What a roll.
All
Rem's
right.
a little panicked. It's that heartbeat going. She's liking it. She doesn't want to move too fast. Just to savor it.
She's gotta hype herself up first.
Yeah.
I would like to use my perk before I forget it exists.
Okay. Tell me what it does.
Tracker's Mark. Deal an additional 1d6 damage to him
Okay.
until he's down.
Alright. Everybody on the docket?
No.
I think no. Might not go through, or do I have to select the damn
You
thing?
just select a token, but you're not on the map.
I don't have
I'm
a
such a
token.
jerk. Hold on. Let me fix
It's
that.
your fault. You did it.
Okay. Let me roll again, then I'll just change it to the 10.
Yeah. And then Bonnie Doll, it would have been the same for you as well, Kristen.
And my initiative was 21.
You can change it. Yeah.
Alright, well, 21 is first, so it's a skip because we're not to the fourth cycle.
Yep.
And we're going to go ahead and then move on to Gem. It looks like Rem is trying to kind of employ some form of communication. You know that you're here to find a cyber psycho and non-lethally detain a cyber psycho. That cyber psycho is pointing a gun at Rem. How would you like to proceed?
Okay. So
Let your heart decide.
Cautiously.
No cautions.
Okay, so I'm gonna move up next, kind of like in front, like right here. I forgot these squares are 5, right? Like
So no, the squares are meters. They're 2 meters, but
Okay.
whatever your movement score is, that's the number of squares you can move in a turn.
okay, my bad. I went.
You have a
too far.
6, right?
Yeah, I moved too far.
So you can move a
Okay,
total of
right
6
there.
squares.
Oh, 6 squares.
Yep.
Okay, then right here.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so she's got a pistol. She's gonna pull it out and point, and be like, "We're not here to fight. We just want to talk to you."
Okay.
But I'm gonna have it poison.
Due to the psychosis, I will not allow for a persuasion roll. But what you
Yep.
will get to happen, because your attempt here is to persuade, the only thing that happens at the end of the turn is he is going to turn the gun to you. Vix, fuck no. You don't point a gun at a Mox.
Nah, fucking. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, I think that's 8. 8. 7. You're like, all right, guy. We're not here to be dicks. Like, we just came because you're a little loopy right now and someone's worried.
Do you point a gun at him or any kind of weaponry?
I do not point a gun at him.
Okay. Anything else you want to do on your turn?
I do specifically want to be between his gun and Jim, though.
Got it. Okay. So you are effectively going to be acting as cover for Gem.
Yeah,
Okay. So I'll go to him, and he
like
is
kind of like
going
right here.
to activate his Sandevistan.
Ah, son of a bitch.
He will then move very quickly, and again, kind of moving in a fashion that's like superhumanly quick, just very quickly kind of shifting into your space. And when he gets there, he points the gun directly at your head and pulls the trigger.
That. All right, let me.
You can make an evasion roll.
Yeah. Just remember where I found it. Okay. 20.
Okay, so you narrowly avoid the bullet as he kind of moves and like appears. The gun's kind of pointed directly at your head. And
I have a thing for that.
Oh, good. Yeah, you can move.
I can move a square. So I'll move here.
Okay. So as he kind of puts the gun to the side of your head, you kind of very quickly just deftly move to the side. The Kredzakov in you is already on. It's always on. So for those who are watching at home and also for the crew here, there are two pieces of speedware that are being implemented against each other and have been fighting since the beginning of Cyberpunk. The Sandevistan has to be activated and then allows the person to kind of see and perceive time and act reflexively in a heightened state. The Krenzakov is always on, but it does not give like the same juice boost that a Sandy gives. It instead just makes you always alert and always active. So very quickly and definitely move to the side. The Cyber Psycho shoots again to try and engage with you a second time. Go ahead and make another evasion roll.
Okay. 16.
Okay, this will not hit either, as he was just going for another headshot. So it's very much another situation where you're kind of backing away. And then to finish out his turn, he doesn't get another attack. He drops his left arm, not the one holding the gun, and it splits open again, and he kind of moves in towards you.
Okay.
Cryptid, this is turn 1.
Yep.
Turn 4 will be the turn that you'll be engaging. So, Morrigan, you are up. You kind of see everybody trying to stop him, and then this blur of motion between the Mox Nomad and the Cyber Psycho.
All right. Is there any chance he is unaware of me?
Thanks for stopping in, Mythos. No. Absolutely not. Also, to give you an idea of the space behind you, it's literally stairs straight down. There is no room for you to back up. That is not featured on the map.
Alrighty. Well, we'll see how this works. Aim the pistol at his head. I'm gonna aim for the head once, and then try. If I miss, then I'll aim for his body.
Okay. $20 is what you got?
Yep.
Okay. So if that was for the head, that will miss. Unless you have any bonuses that I'm unaware of.
Trying to remember if I do.
You do have a rocker boy in the party, so you can spend luck after a shot is made. if you would like to. At this point, I'm expected to tell you the DV. So you rolled a 20, they rolled a 16, which means -8 to your roll would put you at a 12. You're currently 5 away from hitting.
How far away is he?
Not
That's
very.
1, 2, 3, 4.
And it doesn't matter for
12.
range distances here because the evasion sets the DV.
I know. I'm just trying because
Oh.
in my sights perk
Yeah, too far away, I think.
would get
If not far away
if he's
enough.
13 meters away, I have a +3.
They are 12 meters.
Okay. Do I have anything? All right. So how many? I would need like
5.
5 points.
I'll express something to you just so you're aware. Luck does not reset for pickup games. It resets when I say it resets.
Did it reset for this?
Yes,
I do
you
not.
should have all your luck.
Okay.
It's a whole new year. It's all
It's been a really shitty year. You know?
already.
Really
Yeah,
lucky here. Okay.
it's just January, baby.
No. Yeah.
Okay. In that case,
If you don't want to spend the luck, if you're thinking about it, we'll just go ahead and move on. It's totally fine. We've got plenty of fight here. So just to kind of mitigate the speed here, you fire once with the heavy pistol. It has a rate of fire of 2, so you can go ahead and take a second shot.
I will dump 5 luck into the first shot and make that head.
Okay. Well, I do want to stress something to you that I didn't actually take into account before. This isn't Dungeons and Dragons. You would have had to have moved. I just want to make sure that that's clear, because there's definitely a lot of meat in the way of you shooting. So
Would it be possible to move like 1 down from where I was to get a line?
no, it has to be like a clear diagonal that kind of catches the edge. From the right side, it wouldn't have been able to get around Vic. And even there, I mean, even at that point, I would need to move there.
Yeah, well, it lowers my DV anyway, so that's fine.
Well, evasion versus it, so it's not
Yeah.
technically. Okay, so then if you're spending 5 points of luck, dump it, and that'll go and hit the head. Go ahead and roll damage. Oh, you already did 20. So his subdermal will block 13. 7 gets in, so 14 with a doubling, and there's a critical injury here. So, oh right, it stole it from me.
My perk would triple the damage through their SP.
Which perk is that?
Unbroken Spirit. I am a 2DM.
Okay.
And I deal 2d6 extra
7 more.
for other stuff.
Gotcha. Very, very cool. Very, very cool. This is
Okay,
literally the
so-
job for you, tracking somebody
Yeah.
down. Okay.
Do I need to roll 2d6?
Correct.
What do I need to do?
Roll 2d6.
7.
7 to the head is you hit them, and you can see that the bullet actually lodges in them. It doesn't come out the back, so you're pretty sure that a good portion of the bullet structure is inside of the Cyber Psycho's head. So they now have a foreign object in their head.
Cool. Alright, and then I guess that's all for that one.
Okay.
Second shot to the body, because I ain't doing that again.
Yep.
I'm not even dead.
Evasion will fail, so 8 to the body will not even get through their armor.
Okay.
Okay. Bunny, you're still on the bike with Cryptid.
Whoa.
Wow.
Oh, did I?
You fucking skipped me again, bro.
Wow.
John! What is going
What?
Why did it have to be Elizabeth?
Why
I
do
do
you
that shit all the
hate
time.
her?
I do that shit all the
Why
time.
do you
Why
hate
me?
her?
It's
No, no,
because
no.
you hate
Why
her,
me?
John.
For especially long turns, I'll settle on the next person, and then I don't remember that I have already clicked the next button, and then I
Mhm.
do it, right?
And you've
it's-
already clicked
and then
from Bunny Doll to Jim.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm trying to cycle back
Um,
around. Stop yelling at me.
I will yell at you
Go.
because you deserve it.
Your turn.
Okay.
That's fair.
So I do have a question because I haven't done melee stuff.
It's so fun.
Rippers.
What do you want
Is
to know?
it one attack or is it
Depends
two?
on what kind of weapon you're using. So very heavy
Okay.
weapons are going to be one attack. Everything else, I think, no, heavy weapons are also one attack, but
Rippers.
are light, so they
Okay.
will be two attacks.
Okay. So I can close in. I have 5 movement, so I would go. How do you turn corners again? It's like 1, 2, 3.
It's okay. You just go to where you're going.
Okay. I want to go there, and then
Okay.
we're attacking him with the claws.
Rolling my evasion. Okay.
Yeah.
So
15 or 17.
as you step in with the rippers and swing towards his face, he kind of quickly, deftly moves aside, and then as you swing in with the second shot, you can actually see the Sandy activate a bit. He kind of dips down and kind of moves his stride. Both of those attacks will miss the evasion rolls because they're not fucking insanely high or me rolling bad. I rolled a 2, by the way,
Jesus
for
Christ.
the 16 I got. No, sorry. I rolled a 1 minus 2 for the 16 I got. Bunny Doll, as I said, when I skipped Elizabeth like a jerk, that you are still on a bike with Cryptid. Gem, you are up. It looks like it is full on fight the guy. But that headshot looked lethal. Like, if it had hit anybody else, that would have scooped their brains out. So you're pretty sure that, like, he's at least slightly wounded, but not, like, super wounded. However long he's going to be able to keep up the fight is not, you're not sure. But you need to capture him alive.
First thing I'd be like, damn, badass at, the shot. And question, John, I have a
This group's so ratchet, and I love it.
The red.
I have a mantis blade. Is
You
it
have a pair
a?
of mantis blades.
Is
Let's
it
go!
to equip them, is that a whole move?
No. So,
Okay.
if you're not familiar with Cyberpunk, which I'm pretty sure you're not, mantis blades are basically your arm breaks open and a massive blade.
Googled it. I got Cyberpunk open
Oh,
over
Yeah.
on the side.
Honestly,
I'm on
like
it.
I assume you say "damn badass" and you throw your arms up to let your like pajama, over a coverall like drop down. Your arms flip open and then you kind of walk forward with the blades. Like,
Oh, I don't want to walk. Am I able to leap over to be on the
shit.
south side of him? Because
yeah.
She wants to do some of that hood rat shit.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So if you want to, there's a couple of opportunities here. You have the cyber legs are on Vic.
That's mine.
So
I don't have
I would say that you could jump onto like this partition, jump into like the kind of like upper structure, because there's actually a covering over top, so you can't like. Yeah, it's not super high though, or it's not super low though. So there's like a space in between that you can kind of run on, but you're basically jumping onto that side, running over, and then leaping down behind him. Your move is 8, right? Or 6?
No, 6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I'll give it to you. So yeah, easy enough. No rolls needed. Just agility, hopping up, hopping over, dropping down. So you can be here.
So my goal, he raised like his mantis blade ready to attack. I kind of want to like try to take those out.
If you want to go for the arm that he's activated, you can take an aim shot. When you take an aim shot, you're aiming for a specific location and an objective, but you're going to take a -8 penalty to your attack roll. So just a heads up. if that's your goal, I mean, again, it's possible to cut the arm and do something with that, but it's going to be a little bit more difficult than just hitting him. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Okay, now I'm just kind of so I just do an attack roll.
Uh-huh. And you'll get to attack twice.
Did I do that right? Just
Yeah, perfect. That's actually great. And then the second attack. Okay. Me rolling. So as mentioned, he is rolling quite well here comparatively. Looks like your rolls were a 2 and a 3, by the way, just so you understand the math. But yeah, he kind of drops down away from Rem's like claws, and then you kind of rush around, and you can see his head like turn and his eyes clock you. And then as you land, he kind of spins around and faces you, and you kind of bring the blades in, and he's kind of like backing away towards Vix as you're doing it. And kind of keeping pace with your attacks. And now for the flank.
Okay, out comes the monowire. Yeah.
Listen, we have to take him alive. We do not have to take him in good shape.
Yeah.
Could just
So,
Yeah,
choke
no,
him
like,
out.
I'm literally aiming to rip his fucking arm off.
yeah. Okay.
like-
Great. So you're aiming for the arm. Perfect. And I want to make sure that something is very clear. You know that one of your team members has a medical bag, so if you put him down and he's not dead,
Yeah, you don't
Exactly.
get that
I
fucked.
got Bunny. We're just gonna swipe in, hopefully just take
Oh,
him
yeah.
out, and then take him out.
Yeah, Bunny's not here though, so like we're gonna rip his
Yes.
cyber shit off.
They'll be
Yeah.
here in a minute.
Oh.
It'll be fine.
Can't bleed
He's
from
bleeding
Chrome.
slowly.
Listen, he won't bleed out that fast. It's
Right.
okay.
Right.
I've been through some shit. He can deal with this.
Let's go!
The Nomad's gotta have
Hey,
first
yo!
Okay, I need to read
aid.
this
Shit.
though.
So you took a -8 for the attack against the arm specifically. Okay. I'm
Okay.
gonna roll for me my evasion. I got a 24. I did not get a 30. Okay.
Is it a critical injury?
No. So critical injuries,
it.
just as a heads up for people who are newer, when you roll damage, what you want is,
Oh,
is
it's the
you,
double six.
you want 2 6s in the amount. Yeah. 10 is not enough to get through his subdermal armor. So as you kind of swing the blade or swing the monowire in, it kind of lashes around the arm and doesn't cut. It seems like
Can
the
I
armor is holding.
grapple the arm?
You actually have a second attack, so you're going to
Oh.
want to go ahead and make that one.
I'll do that. Yeah. Oh shit.
Okay. Okay, and so I'm going to dodge that one. So what happens is you lash it around, you kind of look at him as he kind of like pulls, and you kind of start a tug of war with him. You kind of draw the whip out a little bit, and then kind of try to flick it at the last second to catch him in like the shoulder or upper arm. And when that happens, his arm kind of just reels back. It goes to his turn, and since you were the last person to hit him, and he's really functioning on that basic a level, he
Yeah.
pulls that out. You see him crush the pistol in his hand, drop it, and a second, actually, a whole bunch more blades kind of appear as he turns his other arm into the crazy 3-bladed fucking mess. And then he just kind of like starts moving towards you and cutting. Go ahead and make 3 evasion rolls for me, Magpie. Jesus Christ.
Fun.
And that was my that was my highest roll. Okay, so let's see if you get the other 2.
No.
It's gonna work. Okay. So you're going to take to the chest a total of 19 damage. So real quick to qualify that, your armor value in your chest, your body is 11, I believe, with a light armor jack.
You didn't put any armor on me.
What? No, impossible.
John,
Yes.
get your shit together.
All right.
Yeah.
Got him.
Well, I drew it on you, so helmet and okay. So you got the armor jack. So you take to the chest. It'll be halved, so 5. And I said you're taking 19, so you're going to take 14 real damage,
Okay.
and then you're going to lower your armor value by 1. But also, you'll be taking a critical injury with that 19. Because I rolled 2 6s and a 2. you will suffer a collapsed lung. So as that blade actually hits the chest, you feel it lacerate like through. Don't say it, John. It's just not worth it. You see it lacerate. Correct. And you can feel like the wind knocked out of you. Moving forward, as long as you have this collapsed lung, you have a -2 to your movement speed, and your base death save penalty is increased by 1. And then the second one will hit, and it will not do enough damage to get through your armor. It'll only do 9. So, you basically, like, that arm kind of snaps in, and as it's kind of, like, applying the damage, the last one kind of, like, hits the armor and kind of skates off of it. He is then going to... you moved on the miss. He would have had to have followed up for the second attack. So then he hits. He misses again. You can move again. Oh no, it's once per round. It's once per round. Never mind. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. So after he like pushes you back, he's going to turn his attention with his second action and attack Rem. Rem, you have 3 evasion or evasion rolls. I'll require from you as well. And these
3?
are these are melee attacks, so you can roll evasion on these.
Okay.
Okay, so you will only pass the first one. Oh, sorry, I did that wrong. Your armor shouldn't have been 10. It should have been 5, because half. Rem, do me a favor and take 5 more damage.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Sorry. And ablate your armor one. I apologize. I forgot about the having armor with melee weapons. So, Rem, it's going to be 12 damage for the first hit, which means your armor will be halved, round down, and then you'll take the leftover. So I believe 7 damage is getting through, and your armor will tick.
Yeah.
And then the second attack will do 11. Same situation. Armor halved for 5. You're taking 6, and an armor tick.
So total of...
It would have been 6 and 7, so 13.
Okay.
And once he kind of cuts into you like that, he kind of drags himself towards Gem, and he's raising his other hand. He doesn't get another attack this turn, but he's readying for it. Cryptid, this is turn 2. And I realized my initial gut feeling of 3 turns was probably better, so you'll be arriving next turn.
Okay.
And Bunny Doll, you'll be able to act on your initiative on the 4th turn.
Yay.
So, Cryptid, done. Morrigan, you're up.
Well then.
Clear line of shot, by the way. They have opened it up for you to be able to get that decent line.
How messed up does he look at this point? Like,
he is not seemingly like visually affected, but like from like he's not dragging or anything. I mean to say, but that could be because of a pain editor. That could be because of all sorts of things. What you can tell is that he has a massive gaping wound in his head that appears to be bleeding and leaking coolant fluid. But other than that, everything else looks kind of superficial.
okay. Screw it, we're going in. Alright. Melee time.
Okay. Can
I attack on the diagonal?
Yeah, absolutely. It's not Hero Quest. It's literally
It's not D&D. It's not Hero Quest. What game are we playing?
Cyberpunk Red with
Shit.
homebrew elements. but oh my god, it's like, oh god, what's the fucking is it The Boys, like where the girls are kicking the shit out of that guy or that lady?
yeah. I know what you're talking about.
What?
Just a bunch of women beating the shit out of my cyber psycho.
Yeah.
Aw, poor Cyber Psycho.
Yeah. What are we doing, Morgan? Running in with a weapon, right?
Yeah, I get however, the easiest method of dropping my pistol in favor of 2 mantis blades.
So you can still hold on to your pistol, you just can't use it.
Oh, okay.
So basically, your blades will come out, and one hand will be just kind of dangling, and the other will be kind of gripping, like death gripping a pistol.
Okay. Yeah. So pop out the mantis blades.
Everybody
Yeah,
came to a Mantis Blade
regular.
party. Vix is
Damn.
like, Manawin?
I'm bringing a cheeseburger to a Mantis Blade party.
Just
And
swing it
arrives
in
late.
nail.
I have plans for that burger, don't you worry.
2 Mantis Blade attacks, please. I'll roll my evasion rolls as follows.
Oh.
Oof.
Okay.
How did I get a -10? What that?
So, in response to that attack, the first one, I will. Bear with me here.
Can someone? Never mind. I see how it works.
I will deploy my NPC perk, and I will be allowed to make a free attack against you. Go ahead and make an evasion roll in response. Okay. Ooh.
Well.
Okay.
What?
Sorry, I've rolled 2 critical injuries. This doesn't happen very often for me. So that will be a hit to the body. You will take a total of, your armor jack is 11, right? It should be on the right side, kind of down to the. Do you see it?
I only have Kevlar.
Oh shit!
So
Okay, so
7.
7. Honestly, good choice. Lighter shit, and you don't look like you're trying to murder people.
I cannot say the same for
So
me.
then that will only, or so that will be 8. It would have been 4 had it not, but double 6s. So rolling. Oh, that's not too bad. So as you're kind of like bringing the blades about, it kind of reels in towards the hand that you're holding the gun with, and as you're kind of like swiping with it, he swipes back, and you watch him kind of catch your dangling gun hand massively. You can see like the knuckles and fingers kind of break underneath the weight of the blow, and kind of sever a little bit, but not like clean cut them off. You drop the pistol, basically as the hand just like spasms in response, and you take that damage. Barrett? Morgan done. The second attack will miss as well.
Yeah.
Eight?
You're moving away, you said?
No, what was the damage?
Well, no. Morgan was the only one I hit. Morgan,
Yeah.
after your 2 attacks, I
Wait.
missed both. Or you missed both. Do you want to move away
Corey's
from it?
asking you how much the damage was.
Oh, I said 8. Sorry, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No,
I'm just.
I said 8,
You're
and then I
good.
really quickly jumped into smashing your fingers. I'm sorry. I should.
No, you're good.
Okay. So crushed fingers will say that you have -4 to all actions involving that hand. That will include attacking with that mantis blade. So we'll say that you
-4?
-4. Yeah. Do you favor pistol wise like the right hand or left hand with Morgan?
Probably right hand.
Okay. So then -4 to all right-handed attacks. And you don't have to attack with both mantis blades. You can just kind of focus with just the one and throw lefts all day. So just as a heads up. Okay, Morgan done. I am on Morgan. I am moving to the next person, and that next person is Rem, and Rem is played by Elizabeth, who I'm not ignoring or skipping.
Wow, that's very aggressive of you.
Are you sure?
No. It wasn't for her. It was for me, because I literally was like,
Next is Elizabeth.
I have to not fuck this up because I've been an asshole all night.
You have been.
Sorry.
Specifically to me.
Go ahead. It's
But
your turn.
also to the 2 people you've got criticals on.
Fair enough.
We're gonna try our rippers again,
Yep.
and she's gonna be extra mad that the first ones. Yep. First ones didn't go.
Okay.
So she's gonna miss with that first one.
So the NPC perk that allows them to attack someone who rolls a 1 on the attack dice has already been used once per round.
Rat.
That'll miss.
Thank you, Corey.
And then the second attack will
Taking one for the team.
actually hit on the nose. Actually, 20
Hell
is what I got
yeah.
for my evasion roll. 5 will not work against their body plate though, because it has been dropped down a bit, but not enough for 5 damage to get through. So as you kind of like lash across his chest, you would see like it kind of cut open the skin, which you realize is not real. It's real skin, just like a fake product. And you would see the chrome underneath, and it looks like there's like subdermal plates kind of in place there. Bunny Doll, this will be the last turn that you're skipping, and on Cryptid's turn, or the turn after that you have after Cryptid's turn, you will be arriving on the scene.
Yay.
Yay.
Gem.
I'm gonna make 2 mana split attacks.
Okay.
I believe in you.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to dodge neither of those today.
Hell yeah.
His armor is currently a 12 on the body. So that means that half of that is 6, which is why the rippers didn't go through. And we're looking at a total of 7 from the first attack. Okay, I'm good at math. I'm the best at math. Just do the -7. Okay, thank you. And then the second Mantis Blade will hit. And we have gone down to 11, which means we're at 5. So that means that 8 will get through on this one. Okay. He looks like a person who is seriously injured physically. He does not seem to be exhibiting that at all.
How's
Vix,
he doing mentally?
he looks like he's still happy and angry. So Vix, you would realize that must mean that the Cyber Psycho has a pain editor. He's not feeling the pain like everyone else
Got
would.
it.
Just
like me.
Right. But it does trigger my trap card. So in response to taking that damage and dropping it to him, you'll see that his blades, the finger blades, which are like ripper blades but a little longer on each of the sides of the hands, and the mantis blade in the center ignite. They become red hot, like they are like red hot knives now. And they will now be doing thermal damage as well. Gem, solid turn. Good job getting it to the second half. Phase 2 is activated. This is a Dark Souls game all along. Vix, you're up.
Fucking knew it.
Shit, I'd pull out my Militech M10AF Lexington and aim for the head.
Okay, remember, you want to keep him alive if you want the payout. If he dies, you do not get money. But, okay.
Well...
Your
we
call.
have a doctor.
Yeah, we could probably put his head back together. Go ahead and take the shot. I get
Fine,
I get my evasion. Yeah, your call.
I'll shoot him in the chest.
Okay, I'm rolling my evasion rolls as we speak.
Do I get one shot or two?
2. It's a rate of fire 2. Okay.
Both are 17.
So for the first shot, I need Gem. You don't see it coming, and I'm being more than fair here. Go ahead and give me an evasion roll. Okay, so you beat Vix's shot. So you'll actually see the Cyber Psycho like drop down and the bullet fly over him. And just as that's happening, and you're kind of pulling the blades back from cutting into him, you can see the discharge of the weapon. So you kind of shift to the side. You can feel it kind of clang against your mantis blades, but does no damage to them. And then your second shot comes down at him as he's kind of lower to the ground, and he kind of pops back up, and the bullet hits where he was standing before. Can keep in mind these squares are about 2 meters in proximity there. So, okay, Vic's done. It'll go to him. He is going to rush forward. One hand, thermal, kind of shoots out towards Morrigan. The other hand shoots out towards Vix, who he has apparently designated as his more lethal threats. Mantis Blade 1, Mantis Blade 2.
So I do 2.
You need a total of 3 dodges here. Okay.
18, 21, 18.
Okay. I will unfortunately only get 1 hit on you, and then for Morrigan.
You said 3?
Mm-hmm. Damn. Alright. Okay. So I got 1 in on each of you. So it's 14 damage to the body for Vix. So your armor is currently at a what in the chest?
10.
So
I think.
5. You're going to take 9 damage. And then for Morrigan,
shit.
it'll be 11. And what's your chest?
This should still be 7. Unless that isn't.
7. Right, okay. So half is going to be 4. Or have you taken damage to the body before?
Yeah, that first.
So it'll be 6.
Countered.
Yeah, so it'll be 3 for the damage reduction. So we're looking at a total of 8 damage to you, and your armor will drop down 1 more tick, down to 5. You should have like up arrows and down arrows on the armors. Yeah.
Okay.
So I am seriously.
Well, you're also on fire. So the 2 of you are going to be on fire. Every turn that you start while on fire, you will take a total of 4 fire damage. This ignores armor. As an action, you can stop being on fire. Stop, drop, and roll. Other than that, you cannot stop being on fire. I guess if there was water and you were moving through it, I would say that'd be fair. Another person can stop, drop, roll you by, like, you know, patting out the flames or whatever, because you are physically on fire. That is it for his turn. Cryptid, you arrive on the scene. I'm putting your tokens where I expect the 2 of you to start.
Okay.
As such.
Give me 1 second. I just want to check something real quick. I need to control F something. But yeah, we'll do it. Well, we've got the doctor here, right? So there are people in my way, huh?
Regard of line of sight, yeah. There is no way you're getting a clear shot. Like, it's a clusterfuck.
Do a double movement.
I
right?
will be super fair, and I would say this is more than, because it's not in the rules, but if you yell out duck, Gem could
Okay,
duck,
but
go ahead.
I have the aim move action, which means I can move and then I can aim move and take my shot.
Move action means you're taking the aim as a move action. Yeah.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if I got myself here, is there any chance I can get a shot on him?
So there is a chance that you could shoot him, but if it doesn't hit him, it will hit Gem. What I'm asking...
Fuck it, we've got a doctor here.
What I'm going to say, though, is if you want to, and this is Kimmy's choice, I'm going to allow this as a freebie, you can yell out before you shoot duck, and then Gem, played by Kimmy,
Jemmy.
not Jimmy. Wow, that was my brain just saying
Jimmy Neutron.
all of these names at once.
Jimmy Kimmel.
Just throw them through the blender, buddy. You got this. Gem could duck, but it would require Kimmy to use Gem's action for her next turn to do so. So you can forego your next action to duck.
Yep.
Do you
hit the slab?
Do you wish to use your action during your next turn to duck so she can get a shot off?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So, yep. we are taking the shot.
Okay.
So that's handguns. Wait, what else do I have? Give me a second. It's
The
been a while since
Borea
I
could
looked
be
at this
charged
shit.
as a move action, but you've already used your move action to move.
Wait. I also had on the fly, so I can I can make a single attack with a weapon
Oh,
that uses handgun skills, so
you
I
could
can run,
Yeah.
which would get me literally here.
Well, you can't run through a fire pit, so I'd say you'd be like one space back.
Here.
But one space back.
I didn't see the fire
You
pit,
could go.
sorry.
You could go next
One
too.
space
But
back.
honestly, go here. This
Okay.
is just the easiest one.
Sure, if I can get. Yep,
Yeah.
sure.
That's fine.
Shooting him.
You can draw a line. Down
Yep. And I have. I get a +3 on handgun skill checks
Rio Bravo.
made as part of an attack during the same turn. Sorry, I'm just looking at shit.
Yep, absolutely.
Alright. Anyways, ranged
Thank you for calling my
weapon.
homebrew rules shit.
Hey, we like it. That was the worst I could have done.
Yeah, pro tip for future reference, don't click the skill to do it. It's already included in the attack, so all you'll do is just click the Buria in the attack section in the weapon.
Oh!
That's how you get those
Okay.
neat blocks that everybody's been dropping out. So no
Well,
worries. I'm
my
gonna roll.
bad.
There's still a chance this could hit. I could roll insanely low. I did not. So you run up and are yelling, "No, actually, I'll do," and shoot the shot.
hit the slab! And then I miss.
Wait, JK,
And then
no
you
ducking.
hit the slab.
And then you pull the trigger and shoot at the psycho, who literally just kind of, okay. Morgan, you're
Look,
up.
I was running, okay?
And I was running. Morgan,
Jimmy.
you're up. Jimmy. Jimmy. No, we can't go down this road.
Jimmy!
We can't go down this
Jimmy.
road.
Man.
Sensitivities. We can't go down this road. I gotta pause. Morgan, you're up. Sorry. Funny as that alliteration and the coincidence may be. Focus on. What you doing, Morgan?
Apparently burning. Ow.
Do you wish to use your action to stop, drop, and roll, or do you want to fight while on fire?
Do I immediately take the damage?
You start your turn, you take it.
Okay. I'm going to stop, drop, and roll the fuck
Okay.
away.
Yeah, and you can move your full movement, no problem there. Okay. Rev, you're up.
Oh, hold on.
Wait. I will. Okay, it is still open. Move in again and try them rippers again.
Okay. Alright, and this. Okay. So those will actually both hit. The first one, again, just whoosh across the chest, and then you kind of like glare and then shove forward, like more kind of like stabbing, and you actually pierce the armor. And that'll do 3.
Yay!
But you kind of
Three?
and then pull, and like a bit of blood kind of ejects out of him. He does look messed up physically. He just got like Kali Mahad effectively. Like,
Yeah.
there's a lot of shit happening. But yeah, he's still.
She's recording all of this, by the
Oh,
way.
I figured.
Yeah.
Yep. So is cryptid.
Bunny, you're up.
Very different reasons.
Yes.
Bunny doll's up.
Bunny?
Yay, I have a turn.
Yeah!
You look, your driver,
Bunny.
your Uber
Bunny.
driver was delayed. Okay.
I need some healing, Bunny.
We were actually
Bunny.
not
I can't do
live
more
streaming
gum.
yet, so that you would actually get a turn.
Yay. Not that I'm really going to get to do much. I have 6 movement, so I will move.
I believe in
Well,
you.
you can move a total of 6 squares, and if you want, you can run as well. So you could move 12 spaces, which would be. You can move up to the crew with a run.
Cool. Can I do anything after that?
No, unfortunately not.
Okay, then that was my turn. It was momentous. Thank you.
If you have perks or
Bravo.
anything that lets you do something on a run, like Cryptid
You
did.
did have a lot of momentum.
Yeah.
No, I don't have any range stuff, and I don't have any other things I can do right now.
Okay.
It's fine.
Gem is up.
You're gonna be a star when we have to like ask you to patch this dude up.
I assure you, there's plenty of fight left. I will say this: you kind of missed the harshest part of it, but like now it's the more kind of deadly part. So
I also have been thinking it's hilarious this entire game because I specialize in medicine, not surgery or first aid. So
Well,
Yeah.
you know what?
He
Maybe he'll need
probably
some
should have
antibiotics. This isn't
You
exactly
never
the
know.
cleanest stage.
let's get him to Red Tails.
Clearly needs
Just shove some penicillin in it.
You just keep taking
Give us some
bodies.
penicillin.
You just keep taking bodies to the fucking fox man, and he just keeps on like, oh no, fuck, they died.
It's the only
Yes.
Ripper Doc I know.
Just, well,
Oh my god, no.
After Buzzard died, yeah.
No!
Yep.
rip.
Oh.
Gem, sorry, you're up.
Yep.
So
Noble sacrifice.
Bunny Doll rushes up behind you. She appears to be engaging, and so does Cryptid, yelling, and then you get distracted for a second. No action lost. You can take your turn as normal.
I want to jump on Vix and smother the flames with my body.
Okay. So then, yeah, moving to her is not a problem. You can move through your allies, so you can kind of rush around Rem, kind of get... Oh, whoop, wrong one. Rush around Rem and kind of into space and, like... Actually, with your body, or you can pull off the onesie, like, pajama thing and just, like, use it to, like, buffer...
Oh my god.
Your
Oh,
call.
I can't get that dirty. I can't get that dirty.
No.
I'm just gonna
Okay.
smother
Sorry,
my body.
I don't...
But then you could be Bikini Babe.
Right.
Yeah.
But no, it's fine. You smother her with your body.
Distract them with your body.
That's not worse. And
Aye.
I'm sorry.
My choice.
You use your action to stop her being on fire.
Yes.
Okay, Vix, you're up.
Your body, your choice. What you want to do? Okay.
Yep.
100%.
Alright.
And
I want to try the
smothering
monowire.
is the
Yeah.
option.
Actually, I'm gonna do. So what is this? I have the.
Talon foot.
That. Ooh. I do
No.
have that.
They're not terribly great against armored targets.
No.
But-
But I do have steady hand perk.
Yeah, so pistol up,
Yep. And then.
move action, aim.
Yep. Move
I got
action,
that
aim +3 on hand
Yep, and then aim shot to the.
chest.
You want to hit him in the chest, or you want to take out an arm?
Oh, I want to take out an arm if that's an option.
Okay. So aim shots are +3 because of Rio Bravo, and then steady aim plus
Wait,
3
do you
more.
have the same fucking build as me?
Yeah, it's a pistol build.
Yeah.
So you're
But,
gonna
like,
add
exact
+6
same one.
to your roll, which means you're only gonna take a -2. So go ahead and make 2 pistol attacks, and I'll make my 2 evasion rolls.
So 17 and 18.
I will dodge the. I will dodge neither. I will dodge. Shit. Okay, so these are to the body. His armor is already wounded here. It
So
is at
14 and
a
9.
yeah, it's at an 11, so 3, and then the second one will not get through. But the damage you applied with the 3 goes to the arm, and because you took the aim shot and he's taking damage to the arm, I'm going to give you options. Option 1 is you can break the arm. Option 2 is you can tear the muscles of the arm. Breaking the arm means he can't use that arm. Tearing the muscles means he'll have a -2 penalty to all melee attacks. Period.
Yeah,
That's
we're
pretty
doing
good.
that.
Okay. So as you kind of like shoot him, you shoot him specifically kind of aiming for like the bicep and hit, and you can actually see physically like not only the blood and coolant from like the arm, the Cypher arm come out, you can also see the muscles, like the organic and biomechanical muscles, like tear apart. And as that kind of happens, you can see him kind of wincing in pain, and every so often kind of clenching with his other hand, like almost like instinctively, to try and kind of halt the pain. Okay? Solid turn, Vix, and the damage is meager 3. So it goes to him. He very much is angry about that. So he is going to... Rem also hit him, so I'm going to go ahead and split the attacks. I'm not going to focus it. That'd be mean. Okay, so both of you go ahead and make a total of 3 dodges. Thank you. Oh.
19, 18, and 34.
Okay, so since I asked for them in that way, your first dodge, Vix, is going to dodge him. Do you wish to use your perk to move?
Yeah.
Go ahead and do it. The second attack will hit, and the third attack will miss. Do you wish to move again?
Yeah.
Okay. So what that means is, go ahead and move. Unfortunately, what that will result in is, Rem, you're going to take 2 attacks, and then as that arm's kind of moving with him, it'll kind of cut into Gem instead. So 2 dodges from you, Rem, and then 1 dodge from you, Gem. Okay?
Nailed
Rem,
the first one.
You're taking 1, and then Gem. Okay. Gem, you're going to be taking 1 as well. Okay, so Rem, you're going to be and that's yep, that was the one. You'll be taking a critical injury, so it's going to be 16 damage to the body. What's your armor in the chest? Light armor?
It is currently at 9.
Okay.
Oh wait, in the chest.
Yeah.
It's
9.
Yeah, it's at 9. Sorry.
So you'll remove. What did I say? I said
Half it, and then.
Yeah, and I said it's going to be 16 damage.
Yeah.
So you're going to be taking half of 9 is 5, 11 damage. And then critical injury on the body was... I hate to do this on your first outing. I genuinely do. But
What you do?
I just cut your leg off. So you're...
It's okay, we got a doctor.
Your left leg is cut off clean. You can no longer dodge attacks. Your base death save is increased by 1, and you have a -6 to your move, minimum 1. So as this guy is rushing past and like stabbing into Vix, and Vix is kind of like backing away, you watch as the blade kind of the middle blade kind of sweeps low and kind of cuts Rem's leg out from under her at the thigh, and then the last blade attack comes in towards you, Gem, and you did not evade it, and that was okay. I had 2 critical injuries, and I didn't know if it was the last 2 or the second to last 2. It was the second to last 2, so glad you evaded that one, Elizabeth. I've been mean to you like a jerk all night, and then I
So fucking rude.
then I cut your body into 3,000 pieces. So just regular damage is going to be 14, and then Gem, your light armor jack, I believe, is untouched, right?
Yeah,
So,
it's 11.
So you're going to take 3 real damage, and your armor jack will drop by 1 point.
You're gonna make Elizabeth quit.
No, she would never. Cryptid.
No
How
more
is
moderate.
my
Hold on,
girl
hold on.
supposed to
Hold
run
on,
now,
hold on.
John?
You said that you hit me.
Uh-huh. Oh. Yeah, I did. And I said it was 12 damage. Did you not take that?
No, because I don't think you did say that. You jumped into
Oh,
the critical.
I may have gotten really excited. Okay, sure.
Yeah.
12 damage. So
Oh, we're
half,
cutting
Okay,
off
so I'm at
legs.
9.
what's your
so
armor? So
5.
5. Oh, no, round down 4. So it'll be a total of 8.
8. Okay.
Cyberpunk will make me better at math. I just know it. Okay, Cryptid. I'm not skipping you. Locked on.
Hell yeah. We are locked on. And this guy...
Hold on, I forgot I had this. So you have a dismembered leg. You have a collapsed lung. And then who had another one? Crop shakers.
Ropan.
Morgan has a
Crouch
broken
thingies.
hand.
Crutch thingy.
Yeah,
You
so
get
now-
one. You get one, and you get one.
Yeah, you got the little tokens now up in the top of your token there.
And I am
Aw,
seriously wounded.
cute.
Uh-huh. You don't feel that though. You don't care about the -2
No.
penalty.
All right.
I'm at
Oh,
that
it's gonna be
health.
a great brain dance to sell. Have you ever wanted to
All
know
right.
what it
Zero
feels like to
fucks
get your
given.
Leg
your
cut off?
leg cut off? How much does that sell for?
I'm sure there's screaming going on right now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So my turn, right?
Mm-hmm.
0 fucks given. We're using 2 perks at once here. We're gonna use Steady Hand, which gives me a +3 because I'm taking the move action, the move action. And I'm also going to be using Rio Bravo because fuck this guy's head. So I give a +6 to this, and hopefully we roll better than last time. Where's my fucking Berea? Here it is. Oh, it should be a charged attack.
You can only... Oh yeah, Buria can charge on the fly. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to treat his cover or his armor as half, and he hasn't been hit in the head yet, so that's smart. 26, and then -8, because you said you're shooting at the head, right? So
What do you mean
Yeah.
he hasn't been hit in the head?
he has been hit in the head. He's been hit in the head so hard. Okay, so 18 is the result.
I think that was
My
the first
check.
hit.
I believe I'm less than 12 meters away.
Yeah. That will actually hit, and that annoys the shit out of me. An 18 should have been easy to fucking dodge. I have 0 penalties too. Like I'm annoyed. I have a +16.
Yep.
I rolled a fumble.
Yep.
Jesus. Fuck.
Anyway.
Whose fault is that?
So 12 damage to the head. His armor value on the head is currently at 12 because he took one pretty big hit to the head. Half of 12 is 6. You dealt 12, 6 damage. So 6 doubled will be 12. And
Was there any extra damage?
he is currently mortally wounded. In this
Good.
game, you do not stop fighting when you're mortally wounded. You can still engage. But what I'm explaining to you is when you hit him in the head with that shot, you can see the plate of his subdermal armor break off, and you can actually see his skull has broken. There's like a bit of gray matter and shit like showing. So it's like at that point, like where breathing on this guy funny
Scientific.
could kill him. Cryptid, done.
Yep.
Morgan.
So I shouldn't shoot him in the head again.
No.
Well,
Go
if you
for
wanna-
it.
If you want to end the problem now, yeah, that would be the way.
You have like 3 freaking critical injuries in the party. Like,
I'm fine.
uh-huh.
Oh, sorry. A couple things should
He's
happen
so-
here. Cryptid, can you roll me a d6?
Yep.
And let's go with it's your turn, so we'll have you do it. Roll me a d6, Corey. Okay. Okay. Go ahead and take your turn.
We have to try to get this done before Max Tack shows up, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Just reminding people. If they show up, we're all fucking screwed out of this anyway. We don't get...
They're just gonna
Anything
kill
done.
everyone.
Yeah, don't trust Max Tack.
All right.
Take out the
he's been
arms.
He's been dodging a lot, so I'll just shoot him twice in the chest
Okay.
with my left hand.
Go ahead and make your attacks. He's not going to be evading because he can't. So these are just going to be going against point blank DVs. That'll work and that'll work. His armor in the chest is still pretty decent. I believe last we checked it was at 9, so both of those shots will hit dead in the chest, but they do not break the plating. Just some bad damage rolls on that. Okay, so boom, boom, plink, plink. Rem, you're up.
Sick. I can only move 1 square, right?
Yeah, your leg is gone, right? That's right.
Yeah. Can I move 1 square diagonally?
You can move 1 square any direction you want.
Sick. She's pissed.
And if you want to use your action to run, you can move 2. You're going in.
Yeah.
Fuck him
Like
up!
going in.
Oh,
Cut his hamstrings.
I fucking love it. Okay, go ahead.
Aim for his
You want me to run away?
Are you
Hobble
cutting,
away?
Are you cutting at him with the rippers?
Yeah.
Okay.
28 and 22, buddy.
All right, so you tear his ankles to shit.
You're
His
an ankle
armor
biter.
is
Yes.
sufficient enough to stave off the neither attack. So he's going to take a total of 3 and then 1.
Hell
So-
I
yeah.
love that.
Both are a damage, which means his base death save has been increased. Bunny Doll, they are cutting into him, and he was already on death's door.
She's like grabbing his Achilles tendon and just like trying to rip it out.
Yeah,
Like rip it off.
well, right. So
Or like you
Hold
know,
on.
like how it can hook.
yeah, keep going. You know what? Keep going. Fuck it.
Yeah, do it.
Tell me how it goes. Holy shit. So
I'm running up to him and I'm using my hypo to sedate him so
Okay.
he calms the fuck down and people stop trying to kill him.
well, actually, what you need to do here, and it's going to be not terribly complicated because he is dying. A hypo would heal him and give him hit points. You as a doctor would know that, which means he'd be able to continue fighting. A speed heal would not be the ticket. What you want
Okay, I thought I could choose a medication to give him.
Oh, what medication you got?
Fuck if I know. I don't think we gave me any.
Okay, so then that's the case. It's probably a speed heal. Those are pretty standard kind of like curatives. And drugs are going to not stop him from dying. The stopping him from dying is where we need to be. So at the start of each turn, he would normally make a mortally wounded death save. If he ever rolls a 10 or a result over his death save amount, he dies. To stabilize him at this stage, you need to make a first aid or paramedic skill check. Paramedic skill is going to be a lower DV. First aid is going to be a higher DV. And those are under tech, which I'm sure you as a med tech are aware. So you just choose which one of those 2 you wish to do.
I chose paramedic and I got a 12.
Okay, now you have a rocker. Do you wish to spend any luck? For a mortally wounded target, the DV to get them stabilized is a 15, meaning that you
I'll
need...
give one.
Can I give her one?
You can each give 1. Chip in allows you to do 1 point. Yeah.
You got one.
So that's 3 from the party. Sounds like
Yeah, get 2 from me.
you can't give 2. You can only give 1.
Fine, 1.
Okay.
1 for
4.
me.
4. It sounds like 4 people have thrown in.
Yeah.
So you just need...
And I say yes.
Oh, 5 points. So that's it. You're more than good. 12. You didn't need a 15.
Women support
I just
women.
needed a 4. I just needed a 4. Kimmy, you keep yours. Everyone else, you lose yours. And Kristen, you lose none of yours.
Woo!
So you rush up to him, hit him with a hypo, not curative, just something you had on the ready. And once he kind of hits the ground or starts moving to the ground, you start bandaging him up, specifically in the head region, because you realize that that exposed to the oxygen is not great. Luckily, the plating is easy for you to reseal with quick patch, and you pull out your medtech bag and you basically put him back together. When he is stabilized, he falls unconscious.
Hell yeah.
Yay.
Now to discuss
I'm
what
gonna...
those dice rolls meant real quick.
Ow.
As you are healing him, being a med tech, you are familiar with an activation of a biomonitor and a collection on an insurance company. This individual appears to have had a trauma team platinum package. They
Fuck.
are inbound.
No!
We gotta make him We need to make him disappear now.
Let's go.
All right, who's
But
Well,
you would
someone's
also
gonna have to
strongest?
carry
Put him on the
me.
bike. Let's
you would
run.
also notice that down below you folks, as you're getting ready to start moving, that it looks like Cryptid's side of the road has cops on it, and they have surrounded your bike.
That's cool. I don't need that. I have legs. Some of us have more legs than others, so let's prioritize that. Who's taking this body?
So, someone needs to take the body. If it's someone who has a motorcycle, you will not be able to take a passenger. Okay?
Morgan, I'm voting you.
Morgan has got the body. Is that a confirm for everybody, or does Vic? Do you want to?
Yeah.
Okay, Vix, you're staying with Jem. Then you're staying on the
Before
same
you
bike.
take the body, I'm sliding a cheeseburger into his coat.
That would mean that Rem, or unless you want to take Rem instead.
Yeah, I would take Rem.
Okay. Do you
She
take
can't run.
Rem's leg?
Yes.
Okay, great.
I pick it up and I hand it to Rem.
So I want to explain something to you that you may not be aware of. I know for a fact that Bunny Doll doesn't have hospital access. But if you can get somebody with hospital access, you could have them clone the leg and clone the parts of the leg that are kind of dead, and reattach either the leg if it's spared or a cloned leg, or you can replace it with a cyber leg, depending on what you want to pay for it.
All right, what do you want to do? Are we taking it? We taking the game or are we leaving it?
You want the GAM so you can clone the GAM.
We're
You need
taking
the
it.
GAM.
Okay, we're cloning the GAM.
Even
All right,
if the
let's
GAM
go.
is dead, like because
Yeah.
it'll die after a fashion. But if you were able to
Yeah.
get her like,
I love how you're shaking it around like a turkey drumstick. Like just
look,
shaking it.
let me just okay. She boasted a bunch. You never even shot Letty. And the first outing for Rem, I got to cut her leg off. Okay, I'm just a little happy. Just a teeny bit.
Retribution. Divinely.
The only damage Letty took was self-inflicted. It was
All right,
to
you're
kill
gonna have
the
to
villain.
carry your own leg, and then I
So fucking
will
rude.
support you, and we'll
Hold
get on the bike.
this.
Okay.
Hold this. Like when we're riding, literally, I'm like, hold this.
Okay.
And then we're just
Take
like,
her to the fox.
So we're going to
Yep.
break into a situation where there are going to be a total of 2 problems. Jem and Rem,
Yay.
you're gone. You do not need to worry about any of this shit. So I'm going to ask Vix, not Jem and Rem, sorry. Vix and Rem. My brain
Yeah.
got lost in the alliteration.
Yeah.
Where are you driving her to? If you're thinking like a place to heal her or like try and get her healed, trauma teams, Night City International Hospital, that'd be the one. And it's up in Watson, so you kind of know the area. Or you can try and take her to a Ripper Doc. You don't know any of them, though, off the cuff. So it's your thought process.
Yeah.
Where do you want to go?
Can I just text them the GPS coordinates?
No, because you're going to be running.
Yeah, it's true. That is fair.
There are the police.
Popo.
But Fox needs money.
Fair. Couldn't play on Wednesdays.
He'd have a job if he was here.
I'm just teasing. I love you, Foxen. And I miss you, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, if the
Try-
hospital's the only place that I know.
Yeah,
Unless
it's definitely the one that like shines the brightest in your head. It is massive. It is like 3 city blocks long and wide into just one building, and it has trains that run through it. So it's like the main pinnacle of Watson. It's like
yeah.
one of the biggest parts of it. So you drive out that way, nobody follows you. You do get a couple of looks, but they just seem to think that you're like some cyber
Weird
psycho
looks,
victim, not
Mhm.
the actual cyber psychos.
I mean, we am.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
not untrue.
Not
Yeah.
untrue.
That's not false.
We am.
We am indeed.
We
So,
am and our
Good
gam.
gam.
yeah,
With our gam.
we are having the game. Okay, so Vix, the main thing to note too is while you're doing this, I'm glad you were the one that chose, because if it was you on the bike maneuvering, yeah, the collapsed lung would probably be sucky. Now, the broken fingers are still going to be an issue for you. They are going to... you only have to drive with one hand, so they're not going to be too bad. Just if you try to do anything else with those hands. We'll discuss that momentarily. So that is Morrigan on her own. She has the psycho. And then you three are on foot. Okay, so to settle this up really quick, do you three wish to escape on foot, on a footpath, on ground level? Or do you wish to find a, like, just kind of blatant, like just walking out in front of the cops, no big deal, and try and play it off? Or do you wish to try and access the two buildings I mentioned at the very beginning of the game, which are connected to the footpaths at their landings, so you can enter into the buildings at that point?
I'm too paranoid to be in front of police right now, so I'm going to go for the buildings.
Okay. Do you wish to go to the building that is on the north side, or do you wish to go on the building that is on the south side? Because, yeah, this map does look like it's going left to right, but it's actually...
The one that's further from the cops.
Yeah, the one that's
Great.
not from the direction I came.
Got it. So you're going to the left. Got it. Okay. So once you get to the door, you have...
Road bike? Don't know her.
you have to get through the door. It is RFID'd so that only access personnel can enter it. You can attempt an electronic security check. You can try it untrained, or you can try and force it with a pick lock check.
Ooh, what's picklock under?
Pick lock is also under attack. Yeah, he's right here.
Oh, hey.
It's pickpocket, picklock. You know what? Fuck it. We're gonna try pick and lock because I got a 14 in that.
That sounds
Hell yeah.
great. Go for it.
Gonna try.
Okay, you rush forward. You kind of get down there. A couple of you are kind of like, as you're moving towards it, like Gem and Bunny Doll are like kind of panicking, but Cryptid has this kind of cool, calculated look on her face, rushes forward, breaks open the panel, kind of enters into it, and you can see her kind of like jamming into the metalworks. Door slides open. You rush in. As the door is sliding closed behind you, you can definitely hear from the other side cops like yelling out commands, like they are coming up onto the platform. And then you can hear, with the very last kind of whoosh of sound as the door shuts, the red bike, get him! That is where we'll break to Morrigan. Morrigan, as you peel out and move, because you are trying to go fast and get away from here as quickly as possible, and you're doing it on street level, you're pretty sure the cops are going to see you. Go ahead and make a drive land vehicles check. No penalties here. Okay. Now, we're going to move back to the big map. And once there, I'm going to kind of drag a token of you onto the map where we are beginning. Make it a bit bigger. And there we go. Okay. So while there, you have options. Primarily 2 initial, and then more as that brachiates. Do you wish to go into the Corpo City Plaza by going onward, which would be the path that you are set to be going on initially? With that roll, you can do any of these without issue. So into the Corpo Plaza, where it's going to be busy, packed, crazy, more cops, more problems. Out, heading towards Santo Domingo, and possibly out of the city entirely, where you know you're safe. Or do you wish to, once you kind of turn around and come that way, break north or break south? Remembering that the job was given to you by Hungry, who is in Mega Building 3. So this is ultimately where the body needs to go.
Okay.
But you need to ditch the cops.
Let's see here. Trying to remember how the highway worked here.
So this will go kind of down this way, and then you can see it kind of catches to here, and then it'll go up onto this highway, which then leads right out of the city. I'll draw a line for you.
Okay,
If out is the direction you're going to go, it would be on this yellow line that I am drawing, that is being poorly drawn because I'm doing it in haste. And that would be the direction you'd be headed. I'm going to zoom out so people at home can get the visual. Okay? And that's a straight shot. If you were to go south, oh, no, let's do a different color. We'll go with red. If you were to go south, you'd go down Vista Del Rey, heading towards Mega Building H3. Okay? If you were to continue on the path that you're already on, you'd be heading into the Corpo Plaza and eventually have to kind of steer into it. I believe that is the correct pathing. Or you can go north and head towards this highway, which will kind of lead you up into North Oak, which could lead you to Watson. And yeah.
all right. I have an idea.
Okay.
I want to try to go down the yellow most of the way, right about here,
And break off
and
into the
then,
city.
well, pull a U-turn essentially, get on the highway, and then come back around from the
Oh.
south to Hungary.
Got you. Okay. Interesting maneuver. So you're able to break away with that drive land vehicles check. You come down this way. You have a staggered procession of cops after you, as some are able to kind of take that U-turn they have to take because they were on the wrong side of the road. They were coming from in the center of the city, and you were kind of in that direction, and you basically do this very tight pin turn and kind of cut them off as they're trying to come around to you and then have to go and backtrack. So as you're making it here, go ahead and make another drive land vehicles check. Okay. I'm going to say that with this one, you're going to take some damage to your bike, but it is not a failure. And the reason why I'll explain. If you are hopping the median here, it's going to require you to actually hop a median and kind of like cause a bit of damage to the bike. So you kind of see one of those like cute little smart cars or the little city cars that they got in the game. You pull around and then drive straight at it, hit it like a ramp, and land on the other side of traffic. So cop cars come whipping past you as you kind of maneuver past them after getting on the on-ramp and going. So you backtrack and head up into that space. As you're moving on the highway, you are trying to play it off that you are not a problem. So go ahead and make a stealth roll. DV for this one's going to
Don't
be
be suspicious. Don't be
Where is
suspicious.
that?
body.
Don't
Don't
be
be
suspicious.
suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
DV on this is going to
Don't
be 15. Okay, so yeah, you do the maneuver exactly as you explained. You rush down that way, you hop the median, jump onto the on-ramp going the other direction, get onto the highway heading down towards and into Santo Domingo, and then kind of pop back off of it and very quietly move through like the town to get to a point where you can cross over the canal and make it to Mega Building H3 with your quarry. Now, it looks as though they are unconscious and not moving the whole time. As you are making that last stretch, you can definitely see that well behind you. It looks like you don't know how long, but as you're getting the body and moving them into the Mega Building, you would see that there is an AV that seems to have been tailing you the whole time with trauma team markings on it.
Oh, shit.
Do you take him inside?
Can I? Is there any way if I would know if
You're not a
Hungary would
doctor.
have? Well, no. Would I know if Hungary would have some method of deleting that presence?
You are not sure.
Okay.
You would see that outside of the Mega Building, there are a lot of Valentinos present.
Promising.
And you would know Hungary is favored by the Valentino.
I guess we
Schmooze.
can walk up and be like, "Hey, Hungry needs a favor."
Okay.
Hand them the cheeseburger from the pocket.
Currency, street
Okay.
currency. I'm
So,
telling you.
If you rush in, they kind of look at you and they look off in the distance, and then they kind of gesture for you to go in. You were expected to make the drop with an individual named Chino. When you get inside, you would find
Chino,
Chino,
my favorite.
and he kind of sees the situation for what it is. Kind of goes, "We don't like the flak, but you did the job. Guess nobody really expected you to switch them off. Don't worry about it. I'll tell the boss. We'll handle it. No big deal. Get the fuck out of here."
The real one, Chino. Hell yeah.
As you're getting ready to leave and leaving, you would see the med tech or the trauma team vehicle kind of pulls in and then kind of slowly starts ascending up as if it's like tailing something. And then you can see that like it maneuvers over to the top of the building and lands. And that'll be a problem for the Sunday crew.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. You're welcome. We did the job.
So to be sure, just so we understand timing, this will be happening in the night time of the day that we landed on last session on Sunday. They passed
Hell
the job
yeah.
off in the morning. These people will be arriving here. So if Hungry was not there or is not there at that time, Chino will be delivering the body to the top and dealing with the TT on his own. If not, it will be an event that happens mid-game. And that's where we'll end the session. We'll award IP and treasure after the session. Thanks for watching, those that did. And I don't know when the next one will be, but the series will continue very much on this vein of narrative. Probably next time with a bit more kind of detail into the cult I mentioned at the beginning of the game. Thanks for watching.